Hey everybody, Nick with Sync Logistics Training. I started putting out these short videos that are really just excerpts from some of our courses that our customers have found either particularly useful or interesting or just whatever the case may be. In this one, we're going to talk about the importance of qualifying prospects. And I'm going to set the stage briefly by saying that if you ask most brokers what customers they want, most of them are going to say the same thing. They want all of them, right? Like if you've got freight, we want to move that freight for you. It's just like it's so competitive out there that brokers go after literally anything. Like maybe it'll be easy to service, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be a good fit for your carrier network, maybe it won't. Kind of who cares, right? You just like you spend so much time trying to land new business that you figure that any type of new business is just great news for your company. And what I'm going to suggest is that maybe that's not how you should think about sales. The reality is that first, not all business is a good fit for your brokerage. If you're a full truckload broker and you're going after some frozen LTL customer, I'm going to tell you right now that that's probably a mistake if you've never done frozen LTL before. Also, what's a good fit for your friend's broker across the street might not be a good fit for your brokerage. If your friend's at a $200 million brokerage that does mostly dry van freight, and you're at a $20 million brokerage that does mostly flatbed freight, well, you guys are going to have totally different ideal customers, and you're not going to have that much success working with their customer base. And then finally, the wrong customer can actually cost you more than that business is worth. If you spend your time chasing customers that just aren't a fit for you, what you're going to do is you're just going to waste a lot of time and money that could be spent on customers that are a better fit for your business. And as an example here, let's just look at a really stereotypical enterprise customer. Think about like the Anheuser-Busch's of the world. Everybody out there wants to land enterprise business. Like they're the sexy customers that everyone wants to have. But what does that really look like? If you look at a stereotypical one, yeah, like you get that big logo, which is great. But also, to land that business, it's a really long sales cycle. Once you do land the business, you're going to have high volume commitments. They're always going to have low margins. They're going to have high service level requirements. And more often than not, they're going to have really long pay terms. If you're a large brokerage and you can handle that kind of business, awesome. That's probably a great customer for you. But like, what if you're a smaller brokerage, just a less sophisticated shop? If you aren't ready to handle some of those things, like the high volume, like the low margin, like the long pay terms, if you're not ready for that stuff, then this customer is going to be an absolute nightmare for you. You're going to bleed money trying to service it. And it's going to take up a ton of time that you could be using on customers that are a better fit for you. So that's great. What do you do with this information? Well, what you do is you take some time to figure out what your ideal customer actually looks like. And this includes a ton of different things, right? Industry segment, what commodity do they ship, their lanes and volume, the company size, service requirements, payment terms, technology requirements, pricing, what mode they use for shipping, what equipment type they specialize in. There's all sorts of these. This is just a handful. But more importantly, from there, don't be afraid to disqualify prospects. You're going to see way more success with your sales if you're just a little bit more targeted with your approach. So if you thought that was useful or at all interesting, we go into a lot more detail on this subject, and we cover a ton of other topics in our broker sales training. So for more information, check out our website or shoot me an email. I'd love to show you what we're building.